If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
And Coach John Limbaugh. John Limbaugh's he's a gospel music fan, and he loves the Happy Goodman family. And I didn't know if he was going to break out singing there for a minute, but he is with us this morning, Coach Limbaugh, as the Wolves get set for the first round of the 2A football playoffs in Luverne, Alabama. So congratulations on another playoff year.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And 6-4, lost to B.B. Carver last Friday night. You got out of the gate pretty early, looking good though.
Well, we did. Well, I thought we had a good game plan, and it's just they really played a good ball game there. We were fortunate to get on that. Limbaugh stretching out for the goal line there, which is fine.
That was a turning point right here with that block punt.
That block punt hurt us right there. Then got to move the football. We got to move the football out there. And
you've been known to block a punt or two at Fayetteville too.
Absolutely. You know, big play, special teams, but the kids really played, I thought, very hard both sides of the football. And we had a couple of injuries that hurt us on the defensive side. That number 3 you see right there he goes.
Raphael Johnson, yeah, he's a good one.
He's really fast. He's really a good one.
Yeah.
He really started running. We had an injury in the secondary, and once
talk about some of the injuries that you suffered on the defensive side of the ball that hurt you some Friday night.
Well, we had Hunter Hill has been out, and he tore his patella up, fractured his patella.
That's a great run on this kickoff here.
Yes, a good one right there. Luke White does a great job for us. And when he got by right there and that guy didn't knock him out, number 23, I said, he's gone. So
he played well Friday night.
Right, he did. But Casey Bryant was playing at quarterback position for us. We're trying kind of like a wildcat quarterback deal. That was just unfortunate. We didn't knock that ball down there. We had a guy right there and just didn't knock it down. And but Casey, when he got hurt, that number 3 really started taking off, and this hurt us bad. Casey had the speed to stay with him and get in space in front of him, and that hurt us after he
had a nice throw and catch coming up here for the Wolves late in the football game.
Right. We did some nice things there. That was a 50-50 ball that we threw up to. Coach Moore wanted to throw that one and made a good call on that one. And we just want to throw that 50-50 ball up and see what would happen.
What goes into your scheming at quarterback? Who plays? And you know, you got both these guys that can play.
It's a deal where we know that you know Pacey does a great job of being able to read defenses, and he does a lot of nice things for us. And he does a lot of our RPO action and things like that. And Blake Manson's just tough as they come. He really is. And we like Blake running the football, but Pacey could also run. He told me the other day in practice, said, Coach, I'm going to show you I can run too. So that gives good competition. But really it's just a lot of it's a game time decision, really, in the game feel of things. And what
you're not afraid to exchange quarterbacks during the game.
Not at all. They both do a really, really nice job. It's just the reason we made the change, a lot of people didn't understand, is we really like Blake out on the outside. I really like to throw the ball to Blake because he gets those yak yards, those yards after catch, and he really eats the yardage up out there. So we just wanted to get the ball in his hands outside, you know.
What does it do to a team defensively when you get a couple of starters that go out and you're limited on numbers anyway?
Yeah, at the 2A level you're limited. I don't want to take anything away from Comer. I want that understood. Comer played a heck of a ball game. They really played well, and they're in the playoffs, and they did what they had to do. They were like us the week before against Visit. They did what they had to do to win the ball game. So. But when you lose those starters and you practice them there all week, and it does kind of deteriorate the focus on the defense a little bit. And we had a great defensive game planned for them. We were doing quite well until that second injury. You know, we were without Hunter at the beginning of the game. We didn't have him at all. He had gotten hurt against Vincent, broke that patella, that kneecap, and then. But when Casey Bryant went out, that really just kind of hurt us on stopping that run, and then coverages broke down a couple of times. That was about it, you know.
Had a lot of penalties on both teams, a lot of holding calls Friday night.
Well, you know, you could call a hold just about every play in high school football. Somebody's going to be grabbing somebody. But as long as you don't get that hand on the outside, and I think we did a couple times, I think we get that hand on the outside. But if you keep your hands in, you're usually okay. But if you get them outside, they're going to call that.
6-4, the Fayetteville Wolves on the road tonight to take on a top 6 team in Class 2A, Luverne. And Luverne is one of those teams that's in the playoffs nearly every year.
Yeah, they've been playing football there for 100 years and been winning for about 100 years. Mike DuBose is old stomping the grounds. You know, Coach DuBose, after he left Alabama, he coached there for a little while longer before he retired. And he's from Luverne. And they do a really nice job. Coach Riles there. I've been speaking with him on the phone, and he's a nice individual. Met him last week at the playoff meeting. But he has his team really playing hard, and they're very fast. And their quarterback is mobile and can throw the ball. So we're going to have our hands full.
And you're leaving today, before noon, right?
Yes, we're leaving today about 11:30, which kids love that. They're getting out of school business. They love that. But I'll say something about our kids. They deserve this playoff.
Yeah.
They have worked hard all summer, and this is only the 3rd time in our school's history to go to playoffs. But we want to make this the standard. And our group of seniors this year, I really believe this group of seniors is making it the standard. And we are hopefully going to go to playoffs every year and get that program where it really needs to be.
And some of these kids, maybe many of them, have never traveled on a charter bus. That's a good thing. It really is.
It's a big deal. You know, you'll have those televisions at every seat. They can watch a movie and kick back and relax, but it is a nicer ride. And really, because their coach is 53, he didn't want to get on that yellow dog ride for 2.5 hours. The kids deserve it.
All right, Lori Darling, sponsor of the Coach John Limbaugh Show. Looks like Fayetteville moving down to 1A after this year.
Yes.
In 2A football, against a team like Luverne, your Fayetteville Wolves have to have a lot of things to go right tonight.
Well, we do. You have to have special teams. All phases of the game really needs to be working well. Can't have turnovers. Got to control the clock. Got to control the football. And some things can happen. You know, that football is an all-long deal, and it being oblong, you can get a lot of different bounces out of that ball, and you never know which way it's going to bounce. So our kids have to be ready. I was kidding with them this week. Last week we kicked an onside kick against Comer. 4 of our kids touched the football till Comer got on it. I'm like, how does that possibly happen? You know, but that football takes some weird bounces, and hopefully it'll bounce Fayetteville's way tonight.
Yeah, it looked like y'all had that one, that's for sure. But not
you saw that one too.
I did. The Fayetteville Wolves tonight against Luverne. No, you'll take a good crowd with you, as you always do.
Oh, the guys, all our principals are going, and I'd like to say thank you to those guys. Miss Smith and her crew, they do a great job for us, and they'll all be there. A lot of faculty is going to be there, but our fans, my word, they're going to travel and they're going to be there, and they're going to support, and they're fabulous. They're fantastic. I appreciate them so much.
And that had to be a special moment for you last Saturday. A lot of coaches didn't get to go to Montgomery last weekend.
No, it's a lot of coaches in the state of Alabama that would love to have been sitting in that meeting, and I hope I'm sitting there tomorrow as well.
Yeah, Coach John Limbaugh, the head football coach and athletic director of the Fayetteville Wolves this morning as the Wolves travel to Luverne, first round of the 2A playoffs tonight. Coach, thanks a lot for being with us. Good luck. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Jimmy. Go Wolves.
More Daybreak coming up right after this.